I don't see. When I watched that interview yesterday, it's not clear that Amaechi declared that he's interested. But if means, you know, it's open. Amaechi too is contesting.
What I'm saying is that Tinubu now supposed to have known that power is the only thing not want in Nigeria. Then restructure that center power. But oh no, the best to be over so power hungry. Honestly, any supporters there. That one I'm saying.
I'm a Nigerian. You are not a Nigerian. That's why you are.
You supporters.
No, I'm referring to you. Two of you.
Ẹ̀yin supporter of you. Ẹ̀yin supporter Atiku. Ẹ̀yin supporter Amaechi. Jẹ́mi
Mr. Mike, go obedience in 2023. Hide here now. I was an obedience 2023 now. I didn't hide this now. Someone hide here. I didn't hide this now. I was an obedient 2023. Obedient in 2023. Me too is obedient as a 23. Me 2023.
I win election.
Me I win now.
But I want young people.
I win. I win now. Okay, no more. Cola this one, you know. That's what it is. Take a party. I'm serious. What I'm saying is that Tinubu, as a Yoruba man, when you come and say this power, it should be centralized that power to make sure that center is now broken up into federal states, so that if I saw this power go back to the north, one need really against what because one need go. Mike say something. You go, North factor is still ruling this coalition issue on the foundation of this so-called coalition. You see, that's why you hear that compulsory one time. They are bent on getting power back. Power in the means of survival. Okay, actually, you're going to be because of the type of center, type of federal structure. Tiny. So look on Trump, Texas. So let him restructure the centralized government.
Tinubu to rely most on as a political father was Shehu Musa Yar'Adua. That Shehu Musa Yar'Adua was where Atiku himself trained himself. So as of that time, Tinubu aligned with Shehu Musa Yar'Adua.
Senior,
yes. And since then, he's the only northerner that he respects. You know, he gives that respect to wholeheartedly. But this guy, he tutored me. Even he was part of the Shehu Musa Yar'Adua was part of the people that bring Abiola to the table. Just convention. What they're taking it, all lobby, everything.
Mr. Kule, you are going too far. I'm saying, why shouldn't Tinubu take the initiative right from now? Mr. Tishunes and Sheni, 2021 the second term. One shall match election less than 6 months. What shall I come up? This first 4 years, so I beg you. Oh my risk, oh my dear, oh my sacrifice to break this center power so that these people will not longer be power hungry again. To know the second time.
But Jonathan
no, you don't need to go far. So, are you not in the same Nigeria that when President Bola Tinubu made a move to decentralize Nigeria, who went against him? Is it not the same northerners? Are you not correct? Are you not reading the news?
Hello. This guy is left in his hollow chamber.
He also come up with an idea of state police. They also oppose it because they know.
Hello. If there's a will, there'll be will.
Let me tell you something. It's very easy to criticize somebody's government.
May God bless.
If there is we,
there will be way.
If there is way. But I will let you understand something.
is there.
For you that you have
It
not,
has to take process. It has to
if
take
you
a
have not
process.
government
You want somebody to just come and
the
start
political
If there's a will, there will be way.
intrigue and logic behind it, you will not.
Now,
You know, Ogun Life Power Bank.
confessing
Ogun
government
Life Power
you
Center.
want
Ogun
more
Life Power
leadership.
Center.
But now,
Ogun Life Power
we
Center.
don't
Ẹgbẹ́ ìjọba yẹn.
strategize. Ìlú tó ń rú
Like
like
this.
it's not just
Police-
say
Police
Yeah,
sacrifice
but
anything.
the
Will sacrifice
politics
anything.
behind it, you don't know it.
Yes.
You don't know
Will
it.
sacrifice anything.
The Fulani conquest policy is there.
Àwọn
You never put that into factor.
Oh.
The Fulani conquest has been
Tó bá take tó bá ní iṣẹ́ ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ yìí.
era of
North máa bẹ̀bẹ̀ ni ó máa bẹ̀bẹ̀ ni.
Let this come.
Mr.
I wan follow
Going, I will see what
follow
they-
conquest agenda àwa as you love me by.
Mr. Kule, tó bá yìí ní iṣẹ́ ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ nọ́ọ̀sì máa melt bí omi. Wọ́n melt bí ice.
Yeah, it's coming on the
All right,
table.
thank you so much, respondents at this time this morning. Say good morning to you all. All right, so it's TGIF Friday morning, a wet season in Lagos State. It's a very wet day, honestly, and it's cold, very, very cold and cold. All right, before I go deep into the program this morning, the 4th of July, 2025, I need to say Happy Independence Day to the United States of America. Yeah, Happy Independence Day to all citizens of the United States of America. The likes of King Gary, the Palace of the Palace, Gladys Oyabo, Jacob Adedeji, yeah, New Jersey, you already. California, I'm talking about Tina, Mrs. Tina in California. Happy Independence Day to you. Mookie Great, Happy Independence Day to you. Many of our viewers, you know, Mr. Deep, yeah, also in US. Happy Independence Day to him. All right, in the news this morning we have diverse reports, diverse stories coming from our political space. First, in the news this morning, Labour Party, that's the Julius Abure led faction of the Labour Party, has given Peter Obi, the presidential candidate of the Labour Party in the 2023 presidential election, 48 hours to quit the party. Yeah, 48 hours to quit the Labour Party. This is due to Obi's involvement in the new coalition that's under the African Development. African Democratic Congress, ADC, African Democratic Congress. All right, it's a tragic one. Let's see if Obi will be, chased out of the Labour Party. Wow, it's a development for Obi. On to the next one, we have the former Minister of Transportation, the person of Rotimi Amaechi, declaring his stance and declaring his intention to serve for just a single term if he's given the ticket under the ADC. That's another story we'll be discussing this morning. Also, Nyesom Wike, the FCT minister and a former governor of Rivers State, has dared the new coalition, saying that it cannot work and it cannot challenge the incumbent president Bola Tinubu in the 2027 election that is coming up. All right, all these stories will be discussed this morning. And I told you earlier on, I have my respondents with me, the likes of Onyeze, Mr. Kule, Mr. Femi, OJ, the global analyst himself, OJ Olajide, and we are all here ready to dissect these crucial issues this morning. Let's quickly take some stories from the New Telegraph newspaper this morning. And before we start reading this story, before we start reading these stories, one of our football legend, talking about Peter Rufai, is dead. Yeah, that's a breaking news. Okay, minute silence for Peter Rufai. All right, no problem. Peter Rufai is gone. He died at the age of he died at the age of 61 or so.
61. I think he's one of the hero of 94.
Yeah, 1994.
Yes.
USA 94. He was a goalkeeper.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dodo Mayana. They call him Dodo Mayana.
All right, Miss. So rest in perfect
peace.
peace. All right.
1 minute is over.
1 minute is over. All right. Thank you so much. Okay, quickly to the front page of the New Telegraph this morning, Friday morning, the 4th of July, 2025. We have Tinubu saying that we inherited near bankrupt in Nigeria. The president said we inherited near bankrupt in Nigeria. That's the APC, the All Ruling Progressives Congress, inherited near bankrupt in Nigeria. And we move to another one. Usman Abure clash over Obi's involvement in coalition. PDP, 7 PDP, 1 YPP, Akwa Ibom reps defects to ruling All Progressives Congress as APC. And we have Nigerian goalkeeping legend Peter Rufai dies at 61. We have it here. Nigerian goalkeeping legend Peter Rufai dies at 61. I won't disclose details of peace deal with Fubara, says Yesom Wike. What is he hiding?
He's not hiding anything.
Is there any big deal?
There's nothing there that he's hiding. Him that talks anyhow.
He has been given the opportunity to choose local government chairman now.
So go and pack well first, because we know your end has come.
All right, we have INEC giving conditions for election results review. This is on pages 2 and 27 of the New Telegraph newspaper. And this morning we have Ayawu's restatement. Damagun PDP's undertaker. Damagun PDP's undertaker says group. All right, let's quickly talk about Amaechi, who said he will be running just for one term. Of course, don't forget that a few days ago, Obi also made that known to Nigerians that he will be running for one time if there is a clause there, if he is given presidential tickets under the new coalition ADC. But looking at these two politicians, who do you think will be getting that ticket between Obi and Amaechi?
Yes, good morning, viewers. God bless you for joining us this beautiful early morning here in the city of Lagos. Let me just say, I don't know how to describe Peter Rufai's death, but it's okay. He has left a legacy already. And secondly, our former president is not feeling fine. Muhammad Buhari is somewhere anyway, hospitalized. Just to give you an insight. But back to the issue on ground. Well, for me, I don't think that Amaechi has that clout, to challenge Obi in that regard. But I think they are just making it look as if it is quite competitive, even when the whole world have seen the green light that Obi might likely, spearhead the coalition, at the end of the day. Because if you saw the last rally or the gathering, you discover that they were already tagging him the next president of Nigeria. If you watch the video very well. So, but Amaechi was not at the background, so I don't know how he came up with that. But notwithstanding, I think to an extent that this deep agreement where it is being believed, Obi was the one to break the news that he will definitely go for one term and hand over, but I wasn't comfortable with the issue of handing over to the North. Although, yes, he can hand over to the North based on, election and not just handing over power to the North. There should be an election in that regard. So I don't think Amaechi have whatever, to challenge Obi, who is the hurricane of the moment now. Obi is the hurricane of the moment now. So there's no two ways about it. And everybody has seen the handwriting on the wall.
This your one-time ambition is questionable. I ask myself this question: is this just a bit for power or a genuine promise, Mr. Olajide?
Yeah, Mr. Mike, good morning, sir. You are most welcome and global command. Global viewers over the world, you are most welcome. I know yours, Mr. Ojulade, and I bless those who are blessing us. You are blessed.
I sat down and asked myself this question: is this just a bit for power or what?
Mr. Mike.
Why are they talking about one-time ambition?
Yes, Mr. Mike.
The Northerners are not talking for now. Why is it people from the South that are talking about single term?
You see, Mr. Mike,
we must still have the Northern factor in it.
Yes.
Is it still playing out?
You see, Mr. Mike, of course, it will always play out.
They want to make it 4 years, 8 years for the South. Then after that, it goes back to the North. Is that what you're trying to do?
You see, what happens is if in any game, in any entity, there must be rule of equity, fairness, and justice. If South has had 8 years, I think it will be normal. It's not sincerity that the North will also have their tongue. I mean, even that President Tinubu, there are issues concerning the style of governance is dissonant to Nigerians. There shouldn't have been any issue of saying bring somebody else against him. They will allow him to have the second tenure of the presidency and run the 8 years to and fro, and and let the 8 years lapse. After that, the North. So if the Northerners are insisting that look, we can only concede 4 years time to you of a single term, I think in my own opinion, I think it should be something that is worthwhile in the sense that fairness, equity, justice is already enthroned in that South has had its 8 years. The North should also then have another 8 years of turn, because that's how it made the norm. It's not documented, it's not written. It's unwritten norm. So there's another factor from the point you raise is that it's not a factor in this matter. Yes, it is. Don't forget that North has always been advocate of most enjoying the power of Nigeria. They so much rely on power because they see themselves disadvantaged in so many instances, educationally, economically. So by the time they are in power, that's the only thing they use to give themselves a sign of relief. They are able to corner many things to their side. Otherwise, if you allow them to compete with the South on everything, they will not be on the same page with South. They will lose out. So, but with power in their hand, they can corner many things to their advantage. That's why you always see them. They will want to joke with power, staying too much in a particular section of the country than necessary. They will be more disadvantaged. That's my own impression of it. So now they always make sure that they protect their interests such that the power is not overstayed. That's the word that we overstayed.
When you look at these two politicians, it seems they are trying to outsmart each other. And I pray what happened in PDP will not repeat itself this time around. Remember, in PDP, during that electionary period, will be contested under PDP, and also Julius Abure was also contesting. At the end of the day, Obi left PDP for Labour Party. Two people from the South in ADC as well. Amaechi declaring his ambition, Obi also declaring his ambition. Can they come to an agreement and bring out just one person?
Mike, you can see we do not have too much fish in the pond now. If you look at it very well, and there's no how they can stir the mud at the moment. So from what we are seeing very clearly now, if you look at that interview granted by ultimatum at one of the national TV, you discover that he was just primarily highlighting, that he is possibly a future presidential candidate. That's from what I understand clearly there, because he has been factored into the coalition proper, and before it gets to that level, if he were to be the arrowhead for adoption of the coalition forces, we would have observed it either by omission or commission during the gathering few days ago or just a day ago or so. You understand what I'm saying? But you can see the atmosphere and the paparazzi was built around Peter Obi. And I listened to Dati Ahmed, his former running mate. Yes, running mate. And he made it very clearly, and if you see the statement coming from major stakeholders, they never cease to mention Obi. Nobody is talking about Amaechi. So the coalition is not going to be by voting, probably, possibly by consensus, and that will lead to a particular figure being adopted. So when we look at it, we can narrow it down to the direction the coalition forces tend to adopt, or by consensus choose a flag bearer. But one tactical thing about this coalition is that every party within the circle of the forces of coalition have their independent parties intact. Do you understand? No, they have not factored themselves into a major one. So you can see that it will be very difficult to play to break the ranks. And secondly, because because by the time you bring these people together, they might capsize the ship. So for now, they are already on their independent mode. So, and secondly, I listen to even though I don't believe so much in that Rufai, because of his records, but I like the aggression to unseat Bola Tinubu. That is one. Then secondly, there's also a plan to register more political parties, as an alternative, because I think these people are very careful of what Bola Tinubu can do at the end of the day. So they are mapping out plan A, plan B, plan C, plan Z. So it is a collective interest of those, whether spent forces or no spent forces. We need them.
Now, you said members of this coalition have their own parties. So each of the members have their own parties intact. But what about the that was given 48 hours?
I think
that's a fact.
yeah, of course. But let me tell you, the court has recognized Usman Umadi or something. I don't know. That's the authentic chairman of the Labour Party. Every other thing is in the it's insignificant. You understand? But as it stands now, that is the picture. So they can come up with anything. Let me tell you, they are playing game, and it looks like they are not on the side of transformation of Nigeria. Because if you look at Wike himself, Wike is in PDP, working for APC. So anybody can stay in any party and work for ADC or anything, and heaven will not fall. As simple as that. So why are you challenging PDP stakeholders who are leaving the PDP to ADC? You said they are not supposed to do that. But you, who is Wike, is in PDP, and you are wholeheartedly in APC. So whatever they do, it is expected. There's no how in a political setting like this, you will not be seeing this kind of friction. It is normal. But the people who want to achieve what they want to achieve, I think to an extent, like you said yesterday, the trend has moved on.
Wow, it has really moved on. But between these two politicians, who do you think should step down for you?
Mr. Mai, without wasting much time, Obi has edge over Amaechi. Amaechi has his policies as the best. Obi has edge. Obi has tested the waters of politics, of electioneering, the campaign and votes. We knew what he came up with. He came to us, 6 million votes. I don't think Amaechi has tested that. Obi
has Amaechi not tested it too?
He has not tested it. What did he, APC primary, what was it called? See,
he has not tested it.
He has tested primaries. He has not tested general election at presidential level. He has tested so far as party contest for presidential ticket of APC, of which he got some votes anyway. But imagine, as a candidate to run for president, he has never tested for that. And this is a man who has come out, who has tested for that. And we knew he came to on anyway. So, but Obi has an aura of acceptability of this, as if something is working for him. I'm not saying he's going to win. No. I'm just trying to say that when you see somebody who have an edge over the rest or over another, Obi has that. So I will not be surprised if Obi eventually become the flag bearer of that coalition. But the issue that concerns me now is that how genuine will those other members of those coalitions Because now, Labour may still have his own presidential candidates. If Obi pulls out, they can still pick up their own candidates to run for the presidency. Other people, of course, the other article, they are fully in ADC anyway. Other parties, other people who come from other parties, supposing their party bring up their own candidates, will the whole entirety of that party work for Obi? That's the issue if it become coalition candidate. So we will still have a fraction of those parties where each of these people come from, not 100% working for the coalition candidates. Some of them will want to be loyal to their own party candidates, and they may even be aligning with another opposition party than coalition. So I don't know how they are going to sort it out, how they can deploy the entirety of Labour now. Supposing the entire Labour adopt Obi as their candidates under ADC, that will be very good. Like other people too, from the party they come from, they can also step down their candidates. That look, we are part of this coalition. The coalition candidates where we are working for. That will be easier for. Whereby we have a fractional support for candidates of Obi in coalition, and each of these parties too see feature their own candidates for the presidential election. That means you have a split vote. Some parties will be working for the candidate, so unlike if entirety of the structure of those parties now support fully deploy their support to that coalition candidates which will be likely be involved. That's where we will now see a really good fight for APC. Yes, I don't know how they are planning. I don't know how they are going about this. Let's hope and see that at the end of the day, this coalition will come up with something. But I think if I have my way, I will just advise them to just unanimously endorse a bit of president for that coalition, and then let us
have for one time.
Yes, I agree. If I agree with something, I approve of it. Because if I'm a preacher of equity, fairness, and justice, I will not sit here. I will not stand here and say South should spend 12 years at the expense of the North. If South has spent 8 years, whether one from Southwest, maybe another one from Southeast, that's okay. Let us know have it. That's if they don't discussion Nigeria.
All right, despite PDP's internal crisis and electoral failures, Jason Wike said the only party that can challenge the president come 2027 is the People's Democratic Party. Isn't it laughable?
Well, I think he's trying to encourage himself. He said him alone can defeat, him alone without Tinubu can defeat both Atiku Obi and everybody in an election. But that's wicked for you, but the reality on ground will define the moment, How they put it, they said the end will justify the means. Yes. Wike is in serious dilemma now, because his position and his bros, he might not know. If you see when when insiders are giving you information, are dishing out information, that a tree cannot make a forest. See, most of these guys you are seeing, even in APC, all these people you are seeing were bred by PDP. There's no two ways about it. Even the ones that Bola Tinubu is enjoying now, they were all bred by PDP. Yes. There might be sympathy at the end of the day. Even the same weekend now, that turns the spokesperson of the Mr. President on all ramifications, on political matters and all that, he was bred by PDP.
Yes.
You understand? So the structure that is inside APC. Oh, okay, look, won't you even surprise you, Mike, that the aides and loyalists of the former hospitalized president Buhari are working against Bola Tinubu? I was surprised.
Some of them have joined the
You understand? See, I said it very clearly now, that with what is happening when they were, what was that guy from Akwa Ibom? And we are flying to APC. I told them that, they are sending a wrong signal to the North. And it will open up the North, the Northern political bloc, oligarchy, to start strategizing immediately. You understand? So, but for me, if I were Tinubu currently now, once I finish my holiday in St. Lucia, I'm coming back and I will do two miraculous things to stop them, but I will not disclose it here.
I know it. Yes, Mr. Mike, I want to start from where Tinubu said. I told you yesterday that Wike is in serious dilemma now. He has confirmed it. Now, if PDP bring up his presidential candidate, who will Wike campaign for? Will he campaign for that presidential candidate of PDP, or he will campaign for Tinubu, APC, the presidential candidate? That's number one. Number two, I disagree with Mr. Chinedu that Eno, the movie to APC, send signal to
the north.
Yep. It was the north that sent first signal to Tinubu. When they heard Ben that it's the north that gave him the vote, they would not allow him to come back. So he has to now suggest that, okay, if you are not trusting me now, I have to build new friends. I must make new friends. So if he also now embarking on southern solidarity to unite the south. At least let's get bulk of the votes of the south on one side, and then see where we can scramble for votes in the north. So it was the north who first sent signals to Tinubu that you must rebuild new friends, must make new friends, must rebuild, you must change tactics, look for more friends now. That's why he's now winning southern people more to himself. So that at least if you can control majority votes of the south, and then look for where you can get votes in the north, he will have his way. Those are those as far as that. Then on the 2 points he said he can use to stop them. The day Tinubu started the social move today, not will met. If Tinubu have the courage, he will to take initiative of to the federalism, take a bold move that if not want to bend or crack or break, let them go about it. The North will met. The moment he take initiative that let there be two federalism, I'm telling you, this so-called Northern Gang will bow to their knees. Yes, but for him to continue to want to retain his federal power, federal structure, the way it is, which North is capitalizing upon, now to see the bragging. Let him initiate a move of true federalism that lets the whole center of the center, the federal level, becoming truly federal. That the power will not be considered the center again. The North will break into. I'm telling you, they will be met, and they will succumb. They will give him automatic ticket that the submits, leave the power of the center the way it is for us to come and enjoy it as well. But the moment he doesn't do that, then that's why they are bragging. That's one of those things that Mr. Insecurity said he will do. That he wants to say. That's number one. Number two, don't allow the power to go to the core north. Zone the power to the middle belt. If you want to leave the power to the north, let it come to the middle belt. I'm telling you, if they see two signals, the core north, I'm telling you, they'll be calling for Tinubu. Those are two things I know. Where Mr. Shine may say that's what, maybe I don't get it correct, but those are the two things I think. If he does that, the North will go on their knees begging. They will leave him. They will give him automatic tickets and work for him and ensure that he retain the seat, he retain the power of the center. The way it is doesn't break it down, because if the power is broken down, North will not be able to use that power to the advantage the way they're using it. So those two things, if you want to cow the North, let's say about those two things. Number one, destroy the two, take a step of destroying the country. Number two, if you must let the power go to the north, don't let it go to the core north, northwest, northeast. Let it be in the middle belt.
All right.
Those two things. I don't know whether Mr. Emselu will agree with me that those two things is what he has in mind as well.
Are you disclosing a secret that would have dropped millions here now?
Thank you very much. I got it. Thank you very much.
All right, William Okameme in the United Kingdom this morning. Coalition is necessary because Nigerians and opposition politicians are definitely not expecting a free and fair election.
Yes.
I repeat, coalition is necessary because Nigerians and opposition politicians are definitely not expecting a free and fair election.
Yes.
All right, we have Baba Yaga at the stand with us. Good morning to you. You're welcome on the program. Great Ben. Good morning. And he's saying TGIF. All right, good TGIF to you.
Thank God it's Friday.
Thank God it's Friday. All right, Great Ben was he saying this morning. Yeah, in the comment section, Wike comment has put him in trouble.
Yes.
Watch out the coming movie. All right, we are waiting for the coming movie. All right, Akimadi Shinobada is here. We're saying good morning to everybody here. Emmanuel Oguji, coalition without electoral reform.
Mm.
Stop playing.
Yes.
Stop playing.
Yes.
Coalition
Right.
without electoral reform.
It's true.
It's total
Mess.
nonsense.
Yes.
Total mess.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. It's true.
Which means Tinubu will still have
Of
an
course.
edge.
Yeah, the decision that handle the electoral process. Once they are not clear and clear, they will say manipulate it in the favor of the presidency. Mm. Yes, that's it. I agree with you 100%.
All right, also Obinwa, talk about the hungry in Nigeria. Nobody will vote Tinubu.
Mm.
Chico Blocks was just saying the race to 2027 is getting interesting, and I love it. Lucky from Newcastle. You're welcome on the program. King Gary, what was he saying this morning? The palace.
The palace himself.
Electoral reform is a priority.
Yeah,
but is the government looking to
let me add to what Palace was trying to point out. Very important. And as I'm talking to you now, over 100 and if I'm correct, 12 or 13 or 14 agencies have submitted petition to INEC demanding, I mentioned it yesterday, for a proper reform. I said it, Mike, if these guys will not continue to enslave us, can Nigerians use their phone and vote? Sit down in their house, do a proper background check, and just click one thing there, and instead of allowing these women who that sabotage our effort on every election, especially these market women, then 2 days after they will come out and be crying, they don't see food buy, they don't see this one buy, but they are the one that will, very early in the morning you see them, they will queue from here to Ojueleba. You understand? So let us make it look as if that we don't need to go through this stress. We don't need to go through this stress to just vote for one person who is coming to disturb our brain again.
The people who are benefiting from the present structure,
At least
they will not
transfer from our phones.
Yes.
So what's the big deal?
I wonder.
Mr. Mike, I mean, we have done transfer to a lot of people, your customers, your friends, your associates, without stress, and they call you, they acknowledge it. Even that's the other evidence, but the people who are benefiting from the present structure will not allow it to happen. It is the masses that can cause a change. Don't expect people who are benefiting from this structure to change it. If the change is not being in their favor again,
just like what Abechi was saying on national TV, that Nigerians are not ready to send them packing, including him. Go. You understand that these guys you are saying? He said there are less than 100,000.
Yes.
Look at the Amechi calculation. He said the guys destroying Nigeria are less than 100,000 the political class against 200 million people. He said to fear for Nigeria youths.
Part of them.
He included himself.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying? He included himself.
For the politicians.
Mr. Mike.
No, let us extract something from there. Can we, please? Not him.
Let's leave the message.
You understand?
Yes.
What is he actually talking about? See, I think this poverty thing, does not allow Nigerians to breathe, to even know the direction they can go or they should go at the end of the day. And it is intentional. They have weaponized poverty as an oppression.
Yeah.
If somebody is oppressing you, and you don't have the wherewithal or the strength, to resist or defend or even attack or even engage him in a fight, then you know what it looks like. You become a slave. That is it.
Mr. Mike, remember during the exercise, it was not the people at the center, it was not government that changed, that stopped exercise. It is the movement of the people that saw that you can't look at already this thing that came up and caused SARS to be stopped, to be scrapped. If the same people, like Amechi was saying, that look, we are tired of this bad governance, you few people, less than 1 million, or let me say, less than 10 million of them, compared to about 200 million left. We are tired of you. We come up and take up this battle against them. They will run away from us. We will take over the leadership of this country. We will be able to set the right target, the right agenda on what the governance time to be. Now, because the remaining 200 million Nigerians, they are docile, they are inactive. They are not ready to take the book, they are not ready to take the cost. They are not ready to pay the price. The day they know that the power, they are the one that has the power. They are the one that has the power. They are the one that has the power. They will rise up and take a demand of new type of governance, what they want. But if they continue to remain docile, inactive, the few people, the political class will continue to have their way. And we,
All right,
yes.
let us make it snappy. I need to make it snappy now.
Yes.
Let me go to the comment section.
Okay.
So that we can attend
Okay,
to
yes.
others. K.
Yes.
Odulaja. The opposition has to do everything humanly possible to unseat APC and stop sentiments relating to ethnicity or otherwise. And we have great Ben Aduzi saying electoral reform cannot be implemented by this APC government.
That's it. That's what I said. It won't do it. They won't do it.
Mike.
They won't do it.
Even they won't do it. If there's pressure on them, especially INEC, like I said, over 112 agencies have submitted petition against INEC to carry out a thorough reform. Most of them to complain of INEC stand in the last general elections, and they know unless they are devising a means that if INEC do not go through this and we don't see this thing go through the National Assembly or the federal rep, then it's going to resort to the use of Abari force.
Yes.
So nobody will come and steal anything. No ballot stealing. This. You understand? And these guys, that's why Amechi say they fought and they are ready to fight anybody this time around. So because that is the language they understand themselves, But what we are saying at this point in time, we do not trust INEC, not even the judiciary.
All eyes on INEC. This is what GOA has written here, and we say thank you so much for contributing. Thank you so much for your contributions, all our esteemed viewers on the platform. I really appreciate you. Thank you very much. Chinedu and Mr. Oji. Let's have you. Good morning, sirs.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning, good people of the city stand. God bless you all. A brand new, thank God it's Friday. TGF. Work without play, make Jack a dull boy.
Good morning, Mr. Michael. Good morning, our viewers across the globe. We say thank you for always being there for us, and I pray for happy weekend for all of us. May this weekend be filled with joy and grace. Thank you very much.
All right, 48 hours ultimatum for Obi, which the party resigned. That's what the a faction of the Labour Party that was led by Julius Abure given to Obi. What do you have to say?
Well, at this junction, I think there are a lot of Sambalat and Tobias that all these big players need to shun. Everybody know what is happening in Labour Party before that. Labour Party has been scattered with external forces. So the extent that the Labour Party may not be able to stand. So at this point, you will be seeing people like that. They are the Sambalat and Tobias of this generation. They will become and talk also that this wall will not be builded. So they should shun them. And it's for Obi to determine what is in Labour Party before Obi come there. Tell me what is in Labour Party before Obi went to Labour Party. Obi is brain box of Labour Party. If Obi leave the Labour Party to do, Labour Party will become like a useless research card that they will just trash out. Where was Labour Party before Obi coming? So they should not be distracted with all this kind of a thing. A lot of politics is a matter of game. Immediately Obi move out of Labour Party. Labour Party is finished. Immediately Obi move. Obedient move. Anywhere Obi move, obedient follow him. So who is Abure? I've never heard somebody like Abure before. It was after all this brouhaha that somebody is bearing Abure. Who born Abure? Who know him? Let alone a particular faction in Labour Party. Let Obi leave Labour Party. Maybe you will see something there again. Nothing will remain there. After they won the election, we even said that the party cannot stand. Majority of the who remain for Labour Party is maybe some member of the House of Rep and OT. And OT with OT. Immediately you see that there's nothing in Labour Party. We don't leave the Labour. This is not the first time Labour Party has become a second fiddle. Oshiomhole has used them, dumped them. Mimiko has used them, dumped them. So what is in Labour Party that Abure hold tenaciously? Let Obi leave Labour Party. Maybe Labour Party will leave again.
All right, Mr. Kode is a party that gained relevance solely through Peter Obi. Can the party just afford to chase Peter Obi out?
I think Obi should be grateful that even Labour Party accommodated him. A lot of former governors have passed through that route. You're talking of the Mimiko, you're talking of Oshiomhole, and they went through that channel. Obi hired Labour Party space to contest. And what is happening to him now is that he's not stable. And he has to go back and beg the Biafra man, that's the Biafra man himself, Ojukwu, because Ojukwu warned him, be stable. Abga is there for us. You contested under Abga when you were a governor. How come you now playing all around? They are just disgracing him. They are just, embarrassing him. So to me, the Obi needs to find somewhere to go and look at himself and come with a clean hand in political space, because you can't give what you don't have, and you cannot take what you did not provide up for. And that is the issues. Where was Obi when the president, like President Bola Tinubu, they were being tutored by Shehu Musa Yaradua? Where was Obi then? When Tinubu was mingling with all the northerners, I'm talking of the north central generally, and that Jagaban Bogu, he got that title from the hands of fellowship he has extended right from the time when he knew the space, when he knew the direction he was going to. Politics is not a la carte. Every one of us that has come in crying and sympathizing this one that they won't give you anything on a platter of gold. You have to work for it, and it has to take a process. You just want to come one day and say, I want to become president of Nigeria. You are a governor, doesn't make you that you can rule the country entirely very well. So to me, Mr. Obi, Atiku, all of them, Atiku, I even sympathize with him because his time has expired. Political space he has been overthrown, has been taken over by the new kids on the block. And when the voice, when the music is loud, is when you're supposed to retract yourself and say, okay, this music, they can easily stop the music, and the silence will be there. I think we had to think deep and think outside the box for what we have witnessed.
You just talk as if the party helped Obi's career.
Yeah.
I think I believe you know that Obi is an institution himself.
He is an institution.
Do you know that?
But it's not an institution that can control crowd, I can tell you.
Can you remove the fact that Obi brought relevance to the Labour Party?
Yeah, I can say he ginger
because you said Obi hired the Labour Party or something like that.
Yes, the space. Yes, so for Abure to be saying that, he has a right.
What about the obedience? The followers of his supporters?
Where are the obedient today? The obedient are fused up. They are fused up, the NSAS supporters. It was an agenda. We knew all of the agenda. We knew people that, contributed to the NSAS to destroy Lagos, to destroy every other thing, to bring chaos into this country. We knew them. Maybe we participated in NSAS. I was in Alausa side, and we protested. I protested too. But our own did not go too far like that we have to block a whole road. You don't even leave road. You don't even, cooking on the road. You don't even leave space for people that even for the sick people that may even have.
You're not talking about NSAS now. We are talking about Obi and Labour Party.
The Obi and Labour Party and the NSAS. There's no difference. There's no difference between all of them. NSAS, Obi. Who are the people sponsoring the NSAS?
And you mean Obi didn't bring any relevance to Labour Party?
No. I say his own is to get to a party and hire that party to become who he wants to be. Or you don't know that, he doesn't know that the politics, you have to start from the rudiment, and start the politics from the rudiment, you start gaining crowd, and I can tell you heartedly, you could see what happened to the Obi deputy then, his deputy that was supposed to come with him. You could see that the guy withdrew, that he's not contesting under Obi again. It was one statement the Northerners sent to him. Maybe they remember one of the atrocities the father has committed, and
Femi, can we remove the fact that Obi gave Labour Party a boost?
Nobody can remove that, except somebody that don't know what he's saying. Yeah, it's the one that will say Obi don't bring relevance to Labour Party. And what someone me interrupt him then sorrow. And let me tell you what some people fail to realize is this: in the vineyard of God, we have pastor, we have evangelists, we have prophets. Obi is not a real politician that know how to gather people maintaining politics of I want to remain in a particular party for long. It's not, I can call him an administrator and a technocrat administrator. Somebody like Fasola. Let me tell you, Fasola is not somebody that is very good in coordinating. Let's organize party. Give you like all this Agbadorian style of politics. Let me give you you take Gary, you take rice. You cannot compare Fasola with Faleke. James Faleke here. James Faleke here know how to play the politics of grassroots here. But when you are looking for somebody, when you create a party, when you are looking for somebody that will give you, that will crown your efforts politically, look for technocrats. That's what Fasola did. That's what Tinubu did. One of the things that I met in the matter of Lagos, and when I come to Lagos, even if Tinubu don't do anything, giving us Fasola is something. Because Tinubu himself told them that, you see this one that is coming, he doesn't know anybody. He will not give you money. Let me settle you now. I create this. You go and hit there. I create it. It's not that time for anybody. And everybody know that the man is a frank person. He doesn't have time for all this Abureism and Yalojas, sketch, all kind of a thing. Politics. They are not after that. Likewise, somebody like Peter Obi, I'm telling you, if you want to judge Obi politically, that Obi cannot hold party together himself. Obi is not that kind. I can see that he's not that kind of a person. But when you give him a space to crown the effort of your party, he will do the best. Fasola was one of the things that APC used to campaign at. Go to Lagos State, see what Fasola is doing. So everybody has his own role. Obi may not know how to play the politics of the Agbadorian politics. Obi may not know about it, but Obi can add value to your party. Obi can crown your effort. Look at Labour Party now. Do you know how many? Labour Party has senator. I think for the first time, they have rep. They are not the first time to have governor. They have had governor before, but Obi contributed immensely to Labour Party. To the growth of it. So if Obi move today, the relevancy will go.
I'm surprised you saying that Obi has not added any value to Labour Party. Somebody that gathered over 6 million votes in the last election.
Is it consistent? Is the relationship consistent? What is happening to Labour? What is happening to Obi now? You see, all these people, they are just they want to come and you see opportunity they can capitalize on. I'm talking of people like Obi to have their way. And I'm still telling you, the Abga Obi left without listening to what Ojukwu told him is what is manifesting now. Why can you be
telling us that he has no right to cross carpet to any party or whatever?
You see, why you want to demolish your political status? Just go on Marabout, engagement across all the parties. When you are not stable, who's going to trust you? Who's going to trust you? And I can tell you, the crowds, the obedience have then, they can never get it again. The crowd will be hard. Says me, mark my words. The crowd, part of the crowd, the APC has encroached them. Majority of them have moved down to the APC. And I can tell you wholeheartedly, the north side, the southeast, where Obi even comes from, they are seeing the light coming. And some of their top notch, I'm not talking of this
light. What light?
The light of freedom, the light of productivity, the light from the Mr. President to the southeast, that happens to be our political enemies. Because if you tell me that the southwest and the southeast, they are in the same page, no, except we are fooling ourselves politically. When it comes to politics, you know the route you're supposed to follow. Obi ought to have been in APC for long. Maybe he would have been a president then. But the PDP, Obi stick to what help are they bring on the table for even the old general South. Look at Anyanwu. Look at how they want to ousted Anyanwu until he fought and it was even Wike that fought his battle. That this man must be the secretary of the PDP. Or we've contributed. The region have contributed a lot in the PDP. But what was their take home back? Their take home back was go home, we are good work, this thing, and they were following the Fulanis then. They were following the Fulanis agendas,
And I think they now see that there's no way in that PDP, because when you want to say it, the Fulanis owns the PDP. The generals of the generals, they are Fulanis that set up that PDP. And as it is now, what was the take home Obi got in that PDP when he went to support what's it called, Jonathan there? And you could see as it is, the way it is now, Obi needs to go into alliance, as they said now, before he can win any election as it is. Because a Northerner, let me tell you, a Northerner will remember the wounds. They don't forget the wounds of the Civil War. They will remember the wounds of the Madu Bello, the other guy they killed. You know, they will remember all those things, and they will bring it on the table for you. Say, no, this is what happened, so. I'm talking of the continuity of the conquest agenda of Usman Dafodio. They still working with them. That is why they want to grab that power back. And once they grab that power back by cronies, maybe one time, why did they tell, what's it called, that, why did they tell Buhari that we're going to use one thing? Why did they tell him that?
Mr. Michael, let me contribute?
No, let me land. You are the one that's saying it, you are interjecting me. Please, land. So to me, what is good for the goose is good for the gander. But the North does not believe in bringing a certain president. Even if they bring a certain president, they want to be in control of that certain president. And you have to learn. I think our people are learning. If they don't learn, they should go back to the drawing board. We'll look at what they did to Jonathan. Nevertheless, it was same Sanusi. It was same Sanusi, Mama Sanusi, that was in charge of Central Bank, that leaked every secret that brought Jonathan down, which was the $20 billion missing in Treasury accounts. And Sanusi was serving under Jonathan. So how will you put that? But our people, you know, they said the majority will have the minority will have the same, majority will have the you know, the vote. So I can tell you what, we don't know anything about politics in the South here.
What I know is that no matter how long is your flight, you have to land. You have landed, thank God. How do you want to continuously be the reminder of the past, the death of Ahmadu Bello? If they are talking about the death of Ahmadu Bello, is the death of Ahmadu Bello equivalent to 3 million Igbo people that killed? Is the death of Ahmadu Bello equivalent to about 30,000 Igbo killed in North? Is the death of Ahmadu Bello alone can recompense the mutiny that happened at Abeokuta? Honestly speaking, all this political vendetta against Igbo and the continuous, reminding what has passed will not lead us to anywhere. And I don't know why people will busy themselves about meditating about this Fulani go and invoke the spirit of the Civil War and the first coup in Nigeria. I don't know why do you want to be the vanguard. You always be the reminder of that thing that we need to put in the past so that we'll be able to move forward. If we don't put it in the past, we will not be able to move forward, except you want to balkanize this country. As simple as that. So if you think that Fulani will still rely on that one, and because of that, they will always say no to Igbo to become president, then they will not let them go. They have to choose one. Is that you let them go, or you give them presidency? Simple.
Choose one.
Choose one. You have to choose one. You are the one that said no victor, no vanquish, and you are the one that pushing them aside. What kind of nonsense is that? That one will not be taken. And I don't know why Egbe is so obsessed about PDP. There is no way Egbe will talk without mentioning PDP. Are you in PDP? No. The answer is no. You are a supporter of APC. What concerns you with PDP? Let PDP go and be sorting their problem. Let them sort themselves out. PDP is not even coming to the what you are saying now, because the house of PDP is dilapidating and they are trying to lay another foundation. So what you are trying to say here is, let's discuss the Sambalat and Tobias that went on, make sure that they distract. Look at another Sambalat that this coalition needs to be watchful of is Ultimatum. With that thing he said yesterday, let me tell you.
What he said.
What he said yesterday.
Like what?
He should have able to clarify himself that I'm not saying I'm contesting. If he's contesting, he should let us know. That word he has created lacuna. He has created a void place to make people think that is it Amechi or Obi. Division. That is what is too tentative. We don't know where it belongs to. And I don't know why Okinbaloye asked him question, but his response He will have make it clear that although I'm not interested in becoming president, simple as that. But he make it open. If something like that is continue, he's giving this Fulani chance to say, okay, you want to go, you want to go. Let's do primary. And if you want to do that, you will not say Northerners will not contest. Any attempt for Northerners to contest, you give them ticket, and that's the end of the thing. So he may even be working
Another mistake.
before you cut their cropping seed, they have got back.
So they need to learn from experience.
They need to learn from experience. That's my own thing.
This man was telling me, asking me, what has the PDP done? Every time I say PDP, if you don't know where you're coming from, you have to retrace your step back to know where you are going to. All the problem we are having, political problem we are having now, we need to find out how do we get to where we are today. And you are telling me wholeheartedly that what is my stake every time PDP. They destroyed this country we have today. They destroyed it. If you don't know, no.
And APC is amending it.
Yeah, I can't say APC is amending it. I cannot tell you that. Can you allow me? I cannot tell you APC is amending it. But the trash you people put on the ground, I don't know whether your lineage is a PDP. I mean, an APC is about to amend all those trash, and they started already. If you don't know, make you know. If you have eyes, make you see. You can go and see he brought a reform. Some reform that you yourself, you supported some of his reform. You see, he's contradicting himself.
Not contradicting.
You are contradicting
when
yourself.
When you say PDP destroy,
you
see PDP don't bring anything.
The question you ask me is
PDP don't bring anything?
It, and I'm telling
APC do not amend. This is not amendment.
What is it now for you?
Only reform. One. Because I support. I'm not confusing myself. Because I supported reform. Doesn't mean that I said one of the things that
are they amending it?
That is not what he said. It's not amending.
He asked me.
It's just they are not amending. You have not amended. You have not amended. Honestly speaking, all 8 years of Buhari, Holocaust. I'm telling you, who produced Buhari? Who produced which party brought Buhari?
APC now.
It's APC.
Yes.
This has to do is even playing game with the reform is doing. Local government autonomy. Where is the situation now? That's what I'm saying. That if you know you want to reform this country, Kukuma reform. Make we know that you are reforming. This is not how to reform. You are playing politics with reformation.
Can you tell us how to
That's the truth of the matter. Yes, now. Part of what is doing. No. Part of what is doing is reformation. But I've not seen him do the real reform we want. You see that tax reform bill is just part of it. State police, where is the state police that you say? What are you doing about it? There are so many things that need to be decentralized. I've always been saying, who told you are going to play the Nat Joker? This is what you discussed before you start program. That let me tell you, if to say we implemented this confab of 2014, Nigeria will not remain the same. Inside that 2014 confab, all our challenge, I'm not talking about Resanya. 2014 is different. 2014 national confab compress all what we need. Issue of state police was discussed there. Managing of resources, state managing your resources, contribute quota to the federal. That's what we are using before. State control your. Okay, extract your crude oil, sell it to the world, give us percentage. Simple. State will be
decentralization.
By doing this, honestly, everybody will go and hold the state governor at the geography. Okay, come and give us
police.
So until we see it. Honestly speaking, until not coming. This is how Jonathan come.
Let them rest if it doesn't.
Let me tell you, with what you are seeing, Baba is busy himself with politics. If he's not busy himself with politics, you will have been hearing news about people that perpetrate evil in the North Central. You will have been hearing up to this moment. Fulani Janjaweed, we still see them at the corridor. Fulani that are killing people, we still see them dancing in the palace. Nobody. Fulani and the wanted gang, we still see them romancing with soldier. We still see them in the palace. Nobody they are not arrested. The Fulani that come out to talk, to come and always support bandits. They still send them to Mecca recently until Saudi Arabia did the needful and send them back. Meaning that we are still doing the recycling. Why sending somebody that is on the wanted list to Saudi Arabia? Somebody that has always come out. Let me tell you, in a country where there is sanity, this man is supposed to be arrested by now. Gumi, bandits, and you will come out and you will be, doing apologetic work for them. You'll be saying we need to embrace them, we need to give them rice, give them beans, build school for them. Bandits that you will kidnap, is either they collect ransom or they kill you. Sometimes they collect ransom and still kill. Yes. And those are the kind of, as dreaded as that, we still see somebody that will go inside the bush to go and negotiate. As I'm talking to you now, the current governor of Zamfara, his brother is kidnapped. People are waiting. Maybe they are going to negotiate or they are going to arrest him. They will negotiate and pay. And by doing this, the business of kidnapping in this country is flourishing every day.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Femi. I appreciate your contribution.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
All right, good morning, sir.
Good morning. Good morning, Mr. Moderator and Mr. Mike. Good morning, our esteemed viewers globally. I want to say good morning to you all. It's another weekend. Thank God it is Friday. We pray that God will continue to keep you for us, and also to console the family of Peter Rufai on the demise of a very great footballer who just passed on recently. I want to say may his soul rest in perfect peace. And also some other Liverpool fans across the globe, I say, on the death of Diogo Dalot, I say may his soul rest in perfect peace also.
All right, Mr. Adebayo, you're welcome on the program as well.
Good morning, Mr. Michael. Good morning, our viewers in Nigeria, in the diaspora, and every of our lovers and our followers. Thank you for always being with us. And also, I console with Peter Rufai, for Nigerian, for losing him. May his soul rest in perfect peace. And may God keep all Nigerians in peace and unity in Jesus' name.
Don't you think it would be disastrous for Labour Party to quit Peter Obi?
You see, that template, or rather, the party itself has its own teaching problem that they are trying to fix. If they should quit Peter Obi has already is a persona that his clout is growing in leaps and bounds as the day rolls by. I want to believe that if they say they are going to quit, which faction want to quit him, or which faction want to stay with him? But whatever happens, Peter Obi is like when a dog barks and the caravan moves on. Can the dog swallow the caravan? Peter Obi is just in the mode of the caravan. That's the way I will put it.
Now, we're talking about the relevance that Peter Obi brought to the Labour Party. Was there any relevance he brought to the party?
Yes, because
Kule just made it clear to us that he didn't bring any relevance to the party.
He
didn't contribute any success or progress to the party.
He brought a lot of relevance to Labour Party because up to before the now, Labour Party has been has been underground. The coming on board of Peter Obi rather accentuate or rather farm that posturing for Labour Party to be seen as a party that has a sound footing in Nigeria. And whosoever is coming here to say that it has not added up to a kind of a posturing to Labour Party as an image of a party, I think that person must be hallucinating. I want to believe that Peter Obi is a brand that everybody, even aside from Labour Party, everybody in Nigeria will cut because there is no known court of the land that has brought him to shame or rather has anything against him. I stand to be corrected on this. But one thing is that I want to say here is that Peter Obi has always been a symbol of change from the old order.
Would you like to shed more light on that?
Well, let me start by saying Peter Obi, Labour Party. Labour Party have been existing before Peter Obi came on limelight. Labour Party has produced nothing less than 2-3 governors in Nigeria as a political party.
Before
Peter Obi
emergency.
into Labour Party. And I'm not going to take it away from him that maybe he has not brought any fame or
He didn't have value, right?
add any value. He had what we call conspiring, coup conspiring in boosting Labour Party. The coup conspiring during the EndSARS, like some of the analysts have just said not too long ago. The people you see that actually vote Labour Party during the 2023 election, these are grieved Nigerians, and for the decision of the APC during the Muslim tickets, the grievances within the Christians, the Nigerians, who say no, why will he go on Muslim tickets? You know, eventually the 2023 Nigerian split into two, and also the game of the EndSARS. You know, we are also part of those who protest during the EndSARS. But at a point, we saw that it's being hijacked by some political snitch, and which they use that advantage in boosting the Labour Party votes in 2023. So I would say that Labour Party have been existing before Peter Obi come to limelight. That is one. And number two, Peter Obi, I would say at this point, is making an expensive mistake in his political career, in his political journey. And I just wish he will not regret.
What mistake is he making?
Good. First and foremost, going to ADC now, is there any agreement that is going to be given presidential automatic tickets to contest under ADC? That is one. For him to have left the Labour Party is going to affect him, because already Labour Party...
He didn't dump Labour Party, or has he dumped the party?
No.
He joined a coalition.
He joined a coalition.
Yeah.
A coalition is not a party, it's not a body, it's not a party that is going to contest for an election and a presidential election. And looking at the people that he has gone there to merge with, to liaise with, these are people that have injected Nigeria with atomic bomb that really burst and destroy Nigerian structure and economy up to this moment. And for him to have merged with them, you know, it simply means he's a man of unknown destination. He's a man that has no vision. Initially, when I said it's not that I hate Peter Obi, but I've listened to him, I've analyzed him, I've understood him. I can see that he's still a political baby, which is still need to learn a lot.
And what gives you the assurance that he will win the 2027 election if he contests under the Labour Party?
If at all, he never win the 2027 election. But I'm a man of my word. If I stand with you, I want to stand with you. I like Peter Obi because I was believing he's a man of integrity, and he will always stand by the Nigerian EndSARS youths that have advocated for him, that have voted him, and he always try to keep that respect for himself, not to enliase with terrorists, you know, with muggers, you know. But it's unfortunate.
Are you saying he has lost his integrity by joining the new coalition?
Absolutely, Michael. He has lost his integrity before the Nigerian youth.
By joining the coalition.
By joining that coalition.
The coalition that is meant to unseat the present government.
To unseat the president, okay, personally, it has become a grief something between him and the Mr. President. So he's an anti-Tinubu. If he has joined a coalition to unseat the present president, that is one.
Well, he has been standing in the position of opposition.
His party, Labour, is Labour Party aware of him joining the coalition?
Even Labour Party is an opposition. If I'm not making a mistake.
Labour Party is their opposition. Definitely, we all knew. Okay, but for him to have left Labour Party, you know, he has let down Labour Party.
You are saying
he has
he officially told Nigerians that he has dumped the party. He only joined the coalition. The trend that is going on.
I want to eat meat and I want to eat bone. There is no how you eat meat without touching the bone. Yes. So, so presently there is crisis, there is issue in Labour Party. Okay, that's why I'm telling Nigerians that Obi is anxious and is desperate. He must not be too desperate of becoming a president or becoming a leader in a country. you need to take things step by step. So somehow it's affecting it's killing his own political status.
All right, let's go see what Antnam is saying in the comment section. Mr. Mike, you can't belong to two parties at the same time. Check INEC law. Peter Obi is trapped. He has to officially resign and join ADC, who will never give him the ticket. Peter Obi is finished.
Yes, your point.
Your reaction, Mr.
You see, at times we need to get something clear. Yeah. There is a difference between a political party and coalition. And coalition, it means that people coming together to wrestle power from the APC-led government. And that one does not translate to a party because it's still an ongoing process. At the end of the day, when parties come into coalition, they will sit down and do the needful by dotting all the I's, and making sure that a formidable person that will carry the entire objectives is being brought to the fore. And that is how it's always played. A situation whereby you are trying to mix coalition with a party, it does not really hold water here. We need to have a definitive stance as to what coalition is all about, what party is all about. Because these are people that are coming together. They all came from different parties. They are all in the opposition. They want to form a coalition movement that will form up so that they can wrestle power from the incumbent APC now. But when people now come to start saying or trying to muzzle things together, it's like they are mixing it. They are not really getting what the coalition is all about. But aside that, what I'm saying is that up to the now, I've not really seen something that I can lay my hands upon that the coalition is moving towards a very, very good journey. Because to me, I said it here yesterday that when I saw what is his name, Aregbesola, being made secretary of that coalition movement, then I begin to think twice about the credibility or where the coalition is headed. But aside that, because I believe competitiveness is even good in a democratic setting. Because in a situation whereby you are trying to muzzle everybody to one party, then there is every likelihood of having tyrannical behavior in such a process. But what I've always maintained, and I will continue to say it here and there, that when you have varieties, then people can be free to choose who they whosoever they want to lead them. And that is how good politics is being played. But to me, Aregbesola holding that key position of a secretary of this coalition movement is a no-no for me. That is my own take, my personal opinion, and nobody can take it from me. You understand? But in as much as that, I desire change. Change is a constant thing in life. Anybody that is desirous of change should always do things that people will see that yes, he runs on the plane of rationality, not the other way around. And I've always maintained that the way they are going, I know that it's still an ongoing process. I pray they do not fail. But if they fail, because the first footing that they have taken now, I see that they are going on a journey of no return. But unless if they can correct it before 2027, then they might be giving APC-led government a run for their money. And in a situation whereby opposition is in place, it always keep the government on toes so that they can do the needful and also do the mandate. Because they sworn on oath before coming to the reins of governance. They have to do things according to that oath that they have sworn to. That is why a good politicking is being played.
Do you know that APC is a coalition? Do you know? Are you aware?
APC is a coalition. Coalition presently now is a party. Initially,
but it started.
It started as a coalition,
coming together of different politicians,
coming together with different parties.
ACN, CPC, ANPP, right?
Eventually, they met together and crowned as one party.
And now, talking about integrity, you said Obi has lost his integrity.
Exactly. Yes.
By joining the ADC. Yes. Would you say President Bola Tinubu lost his integrity by joining the APC?
President Bola Tinubu, he never lost his integrity.
But he joined.
By it's still the same fashion. It's still the same fashion. He set up APC. Okay, it was still the same structure. Okay, that eventually came together and to become one body. Eventually, they are called APC.
Not one structure.
Okay. Now, on this note, now, will ADC not contest for president in 2020, come 2027? I don't know to contest. Eh? Or they are just trying to use a political joker, like maybe having the Labour Party as an understanding, and eventually they merge together to upset the present party.
So why did you say Obi has lost integrity?
Good. He has lost his integrity because majority of the Nigerian answers youth that believes in him. Okay. Presently now, they are highly in bigger shame. You know, they are so ashamed of Peter Obi trying to do what? Move out of the Labour Party. And for some of the analysts have just said that Obi credibility giving Labour Party a fame. He has not given me any special fame. Like I tweet, Labour Party have been existing before Peter Obi came to limelight. He only bring in what we call an enhancement of conspiracy to do what? To bring down and demolish the ambition of President Asiwaju Bola Tinubu in 2023. Okay, so.
All right, Gbenga George, Tinubu supporters just want Obi to remain in Labour Party, which they have infested. Abure will not collect his balance from Tinubu. And we have Antnam saying this is going to make it easier for the Jagaban to win. Confusion on this fake coalition already. Okay, yes, we have Joe is saying Adebayo. All right, let's move down to another one, please. We don't want a personal attack here on the comment section. Please stop personal attack on the comment section. I've been noticing this. I've been observing it, especially from GOA. Please, we don't want that in the comment section. Thank you so much. All right. Antnam, APC collapsed their old parties and are all in one party. Obi wants to have one foot in Labour and another in ADC. Obi is gone. Let's move down to James Olu. Tinubu used the money to sniff coke. Tinubu used the money to sniff coke. Okay. Let's go to what Chima is saying. Michael, nothing good will come out of Adebayo. Is a political jobber. All right. Moving on was Williams Okamema saying, Mr. Wike is in PDP working for APC. How can we justify that? And we have Great saying Tinubu did not form APC. It was a coalition of different parties. Yes. Anthony Dirichuku, Nigeria as a nation has crossed the Rubicon. Even if you bring Angel to lead Nigeria, it won't still work.
So how you say?
It won't still work. The level of corruption starting from the president to the council, the biggest problem we have. All right, and what's King Henry saying here? I think I saw a message by King Henry. All right, from a coalition, you then come to an understanding to form a formidable party for all the agreeable participants to join.
Yes, I cannot agree less with what he just said. I mean, that is how it is. It's been played in every civilized clime. I want to believe that coalition is not just an end unto itself. It's a means to an end. And for crying out loud, and for those people that doesn't know how it works, you have to come from a basement. And that basement is those political parties that have come together to say they want to form a formidable coalition against the government. And that basement has to be rested on different political parties. Then you have to come together, try and analyze things and see where you have your, do your SWOT analysis and see where you have your comparative advantage. That's how it is being played. A situation whereby, and again, one of the most potent weapons is alignment and realignment. It has always been a potent weapon in political space. And APC that is enjoying this governance today also was a result of an alignment. I could recall the CPC block, the ANPP block, and the ACN block. They came together and formed the mega party that we are all seeing today. And if any other person is doing so, Why must we condemn them? Because we are running a democratic setting. Everybody is free to so do whatever is good for A should also be good for B. I don't think that this is. But what I am trying to say that up to the now, I have not really seen because Aregbesola for me is a no for me, because this was a person that ran a state in Osun State for how many years without commissioners, and if he's coming to that for, what is he going to bring to the fore? And how is he going to hard up? That is my fears. And if I begin to see some other personages coming up that have credibility in their veins, I will say yes, they are heading towards achieving something great. But up to the now, I cannot really say they are really doing, but they have taken the wrong foot by even allowing Aregbesola to be secretary of that movement. I think it's a no for me.
All right, let's quickly talk about the politicians that are pledging to run for just a single term. I think we need to look deep into it. Just yesterday, Amaechi also declared his intention too. When he was asked the question if he would accept that offer, and he said yes, one time he would do that. Obi also submitted a proposal for single term. But why this single term pledge? Why are they on this? Is this a signal? Is this a sign of vision they have for the country, or a sign of future rejection?
You see, I will answer this question in 2 ways, because for anybody that is taking a shot at the center, at governance, you must have your vision. You must have your objectives, what you really want to go there to achieve. If you say you are going to use 4 years, one single term, that's 4 years single term, then it shows that whatever objectives or whatever mission that you want to do falls within the ambit of that 4 years that you have. Yes. If given this 4 years, 1 year, 1 term, I would have achieved. I would have put, in place those things that are really the front burner or yearnings of the masses. Then on the second part, I want to say that in the constitution, you can go 2 terms. That if you have done well, the onus of proof rests with the Nigerian masses. Because if any leader does well at the end of the day, then the people might be gingered to say, okay, continue your second term, because we are really seeing the dividend of democracy. That's how it works. Or in a situation whereby some elite gather themselves together and say that I want to run for 1 term, I think is their own opinion, but it's not enshrined in the constitution to run for 1 term and not run for second until the ground norm, which is the constitution, is changed. That's where we begin to say, okay, maybe the constitution has been amended towards a 1 term tenure.
All right, GOA is saying something important here. Amaechi will spend his single time chasing Wike with army. Of course, we understand the crisis that is going on between Amaechi and Nyesom Wike.
Yes, it's a sad commentary when people now turn governance into even achieving some form of a vendetta. I think vendetta in politics is an anathema to democratic settings and ethos, and it should not be imbibed in our political culture. And I want to believe that whenever people are trying to throw jabs at themselves at the expense of the Nigerian masses, it shows that those people are not supposed to be found in the corridors of governance. I want to believe that we need somebody who should be a statesman, somebody who can carry the burden or the challenges of the people and say, okay, in solving, carry it to governance and trying to solve them, so that the yearnings of the masses can really be seen and be heard and be felt. And that is how governance is being played. It's whereby you start throwing jabs using at each other. You show that those people, they are only coming to do some form of a comedy show. And governance is not about comedy; it's about serious business.
Thank you so much, Mr.
Thank you very much.
I really appreciate your contribution. Thank you so much. You're welcome on the program.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, our viewers. God bless you. Thank God it's Friday and we are live to witness it. God bless you all.
Udeze Chima, let me go to the comment section here. Udeze Chima, Peter Gregory Obi remains the best man in Nigerian politics today. Go and verify. To you, is Peter Obi the best man for the job?
Well, you know, Peter Obi, yeah, for him, is someone who has the wisdom of economic. So if he becomes a president of Nigeria, Nigeria will change. But I'm not going to say he goes to give him 100%. It can be 50%. Because the way the situation of Nigeria, it has to repair things. There's a lot of damage in it. Remember, the money the current president are holding, when these people came in, that goes to pay, that goes to find way to be paying that money gradually. So it will not make things to go more smooth in the country. But the citizen will breathe well. As of now, they are not breathing.
And of course, he has been facing certain challenges in Labour Party, and the current one, as we speak, is the ultimatum given to him, 48 hours ultimatum to quit the party. Would you tell him to resign? Would you advise him to resign?
For the 48
Since he has joined ADC.
So, as they are given that 48 hours, for me, it doesn't make any sense to me because I am pursuing my goal. And when he enter for that ADC and get what he wants, what else I get? You know that he will get something. But for the Labour Party, let them find another person who will contest for 2027. There's no need for them to say, I'm giving you automatic 48 hours to resign. You don't have the right.
Somebody said to me that this will be the beginning of the downfall of Labour Party if Obi leaves. Is it true?
Yes, it makes sense.
Which means he has added value to the party.
He added value, yeah.
But Ole said he didn't have any
value. Everybody have his own different opinion. It's like as SDP. SDP has been in decades now, but nobody really is seeing SDP now. But if a person enters SDP who has credibility and who has a kind of the mindset that people need, you understand, and revive SDP, are you going to take it away from, or will you now say because SDP has been, for that reason, the person is meaningless? Yes, Labour Party has been before Obi, but Obi, when it comes to federal level, in terms of presidential aspirants of it, Obi made it what it is today in the society, in this country, Nigeria.
Now, with that, can you say Obi is bigger than Labour Party?
Oh no! No, you are not bigger than you cannot be bigger than your father.
Some people say Obi is an institution.
Let us call a spade a spade. Labour Party made Obi, contributed to Obi's success.
Okay.
You understand? Even to Obi fame and to Obi recognition. But the Labour Party become more popular when Obi joined. I don't know whether you get it.
Okay.
You know, you see the area, it's just like the other side. Obi is, that is the area I'm not happy about with Obi. How can you be asking of one tenor? No. You are in that area, I totally disagree with
what
Obi.
was he trying to do? What was he trying to say?
What is Obi trying to say? Mama, I reason it in two ways.
Are they restricting him?
No. I classify it in three ways.
Okay.
One, that statement is telling me, to my own understanding, that the Fulanis actually own the power and they own the country. So it's like you are begging Fulanis to give you just one tenor for you to register your name as a president of Nigeria. Number 2 point of mine is like Obi have seen probably there is every tendency of Nigeria collapsing in terms of division coming. So he just want to be part of the people that registered their name as Nigerian president before Nigeria collapses. The third point here is what I call desperation. Obi, with this, Obi is desperate to become president of Nigeria, even if it's one thing. No.
Is it desperate to become president of Nigeria or desperate to change the lives of Nigerians for good?
No. It's not about Nigeria. I'm talking Nigerians. I'm talking about the leadership, that office. You understand? When you are now begging that even just only one tenor, do you know what that means? You don't have to beg. Power is not begged. You take it. If you have what it takes, you take it. Look at Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu started in that office since 1993. And when the time comes, when he discovered that the time is very close, he played the game to take the power. And today, as I speak to you, he has occupied the power. He has occupied the power. You see the area analyzed. That is why when they say, I said no. That means I don't want, because this thing we play against him. If eventually that goes there, now, after one tenor you want to condemn, we use it against him. That is a human being for you. If actually Obi have Nigerians at heart, Obi shouldn't be coming up with only one tenor. Contest in the election. If you win, go there. Let your work give you second tenor.
His work will speak for him.
Your work will speak for you. If you do well, Baba, there is an adage that they know they cover pregnancy. They know they cover pregnancy. If time reach the belly, no matter the belt that the ladies used to tie, it go shoot out. He go disfigure them, say, he don't enter. Now the food where women chop, where they no fit deny. And that is it. And when, some people talk about Obi because he joined coalition party, this, that. Baba, coalition have been happening before today. And there is something I want to drop regard to this coalition of a thing. What do you simply understand by the system of coalition? Whether I am APC, PDP, AD, AA, whatsoever party, and I endorse you as our presidential candidate, I've collided.
Everybody will work for the president.
Every other party, so far you said you are not bringing any candidate from your party, that this is the person you are endorsing. You are now working for that person. That is coalition. Not by gathering all this one, they are making noise. That is a simple way, and this thing has been happening before today. That is just coalition.
Coalition brought Buhari to power.
Of course, the same coalition made Tinubu where Tinubu is today. And I'm telling you another strategies of coalition that have been happening in this country, which you and I know. Everybody knows it. I remember one certain time, Abga said they don't have any presidential candidates, that they are endorsing whether Buhari that time or who, or Jonathan. And the other party said they are not bringing any presidential candidate. They are endorsing so and so. That is coalition. And they work to favor and to support their candidate of their choice. That is coalition. Simple.
All right, you are very, 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 very right, evangelist. This is coming from GOA.
God bless you.
And Antonam is saying, I challenge Obi to resign from Labour Party. He knows he is done after that. We have also Obi was saying Nigerian youth is finished with empty head. Obi is the best anytime in Nigeria. This is coming from Frank Prince. Frank Prince, how are you doing? It's been a while. You're welcome on the program.
Good morning. You're welcome.
Nnamdi Anusi, you are a proud of your okay. Let's move on to another comment here. Biafran pastor, life itself is a desperation. If not, you would have remained in your village and do nothing rather than coming to the city to become better. And we have a quick penny saying, let not chase shadow here.
Yes,
the 48 hours ultimatum was from Julius Abure, who has been sacked. Senator Nanadi led leadership of Labour Party have refuted it. Obi goes nowhere for now till everything is decided.
Yes.
All right, we'll move down to another person. Even if I am begging, oh, I think they are exchanging words there in the comment section. Okay, let's go down to Anton Dirichukwu. Peter Obi will do very well as a president of Nigeria, no doubt about that. But I prefer good luck Ebele Jonathan. Good luck Ebele Jonathan. If Jonathan can come back in
Let him
to that seat, believe me, he can structure the country.
Because the reason is this, and the point I picked on this comment is this. My brother, being a governor, rule that is a governor, is different from becoming a president, number one, in the country. And the kind of the corridors of power, forces that surround you in the state is different from federal. You can have good intention going there, but when you go there, they say cabal, both spiritual cabal and physical cabal, mental cabal, gum cabal, everything cabal, and they are cabalizing everybody that goes to that seat. That's why sometimes, like even this Obi, I loved Obi, and I voted for Obi last time. Are you getting it? But at the end of the day, the vote, whether I count or not Obi that goes there. And I believe again that Bola Tinubu too may, in one way, I use the word may, in one way or the other, have a good agenda and have a good thought and plan for the people. But getting there, the system changed. What he thought was not what he met in the seat. It's another game. Yeah, it's another game entirely. State is quite different from federal. Especially Aso Rock in that office, ruling the whole nation. So, until you, for now, so far so good. That's why I said Jonathan has been there. He have tested it. It will be, it's more preferable for now than even that will be.
All right, yeah,
because you have been there before.
Thank you so much,
God bless
Evangelist. Gentlemen, Mike, we are looking at the two political figures, clamoring for single term, as regards presidential election under the ADC, the new coalition. But can these two political figures, with their track records, both of them are ex-governors of their states, the likes of Peter Obi, who was a former governor of Anambra State, Rufai, former governor of Rivers State. Can they lead Nigeria and fix the problem of Nigeria in just single term?
Yeah, thank you, Michael. As to the single term they are clamoring for, I think they have been constrained to take that position. If you understand that Bola Tinubu, the current president, is already going on with the first tenure as a Southerner. So if any Southerner is coming on board, it is only necessary for the person to start thinking of another 4-year term, because that unwritten calculation that we've always had, that after the second tenure, the power is expected to move to the north or to move to elsewhere, as the case may be. So that is why they are constrained. That is why they are being given that offer that maybe you should be considering just a single term. And as I've always maintained, you don't need forever to effect a change. You don't need 8 years. Even 8 years is not enough for some people for the whole thing. And all we have seen people spend 8 years and you can hardly count what they are able to do and all of that. So it's not about that long time per se. Something significant can still be done with 4 years. Something significant can be done. I believe strongly that something significant can be done in 4 years. So as to whether they are going to turn Nigeria to maybe Paris overnight, that is not likely to happen. But I know those two individual may effect some level of change. We are likely to see some level of progress if any of those guys come on board.
Now, if you had to choose one out of the two, Amaechi, Obi, who would you choose as a presidential flag bearer under the new coalition?
I would love to see Peter Obi. That has always been my position. I would like to see Peter Obi lead this nation. You know, that is the only time people can assess him properly. We've done some level of assessment based on his antecedents and all of that, which are quite good. You can get some things correctly as to whether it's going to perform or not with that assessment. But until you give a man a job, you may not still be able to assess him totally. And I would have loved to see him in the saddle. I would have loved him to be in the driving seat of this country, so that people can now assess him. Okay, we have now seen what you are capable of doing, and that will be a fair assessment at that point.
So he's the best man for the job.
I'm not saying he's the best man for the job. Don't get me wrong. I want to see him lead that coalition. And I heard somebody talk about ADC just being equal. ADC is a party. It's already a party. It's not just people trying. It's a party. It's an existing party that was registered in 2005. So they've been on ground. They've been there. It's a political party at the moment. So it's not that ADC is just a movement. He already is already an existing political party.
Established party.
Exactly.
All right, gentlemen. Thank you so much for your contribution.
Many thanks.
Pastor. Okay, before we go, we really need to check what is in the comment section as regards your plight. You know, it's a good one. I won't say you plight. You're not facing anything. So, all right, Frank Prince joined us today, and we say thank you for joining us this morning. Namdi, all the way from Netherlands, V. Raymond, Olumuyiwa, Akiade, Wake Up Niger TV. We have Joseph Yedero. We appreciate you. Antonam also joined us today. We have Paul.
God bless you.
GOA. Thank you so much for your contribution on the platform. Anthony Dirichuku, we appreciate you. Benga Judge, we say thank you to you. Now, please, before we go, in respect to Mr. Ben, that's Defra Pastors challenge that we brought on the table, we brought on the platform that was last week.
Yes.
Please, if you have anything to do, please, we can start doing it. I will leave him to call his account details out. Yeah, we call your account details out. I don't do this, but I'll give you the privilege to do that. So can you just say what you are passing through again?
Yeah, by the special grace of God, you know, the place I was using, I was living and using it for the ministry, the work of God was sold, and without being notified earlier, and I've already renewed the rent. The landlord, as it is now, it has become a tug of the war. Landlord is nowhere to be found to refund my money. The person that bought the place want to use his property, and he has given me, which I brought the notice, quick notice the other last week, that are giving me 3 months to quit the place. And as it is now, glory be to God in everything, because the Bible says in all things we should give him thanks. That is why I discussed it with Mr. Mike here. He said, no wahala, no problem, that our viewers, our lovers will show love for me to get another place so that the work of God and the living will continue.
All right, before you continue, let me quickly attend to Anthony Dirichuku's comment here. Mr. Mike, please, thank you for this. My brother with blue shirt. With blue shirt, just for beer. Can you drop the account number? Okay, the account number is right in the comment section, but which of the brothers are you talking about? Is it the one that I'm standing with right now? Please, let us get your response, Mr. Anthony Dirichuku. Are you talking about Biafra evangelist? He's here with me. I think you are the one putting on blue. Who is the person? Is there any other person putting on blue? Yeah, so let us know the person, Anthony. All right, I'll continue with what you're saying, sir. Okay, he said yes. All right, I've dropped an account number there that you can put the money so to get to him. So 10,000 naira for you, Anthony Dirichuku.
Anthony Dirichuku, God bless you.
For beer.
for beer. God bless you for mineral. Being a man of God. Although I'm not condemning it. But when you take it excess, according to the word of God, it becomes a sin. But not that why pastors are like not taking beer in public because of the people and what the people will say, it can mislead them. You understand? That is why.
All right. So concerning your house rent, right? Yes. So you still need to make them up again. Yeah. The viewers are there, they are watching and they are listening.
Yes,
to you.
the challenges of the accommodation. By the grace of God, I use 2 beds. I use the parlor for the ministry, and while my family and the workers uses the 2 rooms. So that is what is at stake, and the place has been sold. Okay. And as it is now, even the little money in my hand, the former landlord collected it unknowingly to me. So when I now ask now, it becomes a story to refund me. So as it is now, going to court or going to station, where is the money to be spending? So I've notified, but the owner, the man that bought it new, you know now, he must use his property.
Can you call your account details? Let me give you the opportunity to call your account details.
Okay.
All right.
The account details is 000895758 Union Bank. Repeat. 000895758
Union Bank.
Union Bank. You will see Benjamin Johnson Tesis Nachi.
Benjamin
Johnson Tesis Nachi is there.
I'm writing it down. I don't want to drop it in the comment section.
Yes. Benjamin Johnson Tesis Nachi.
Oh, Union Bank, right?
Yes.
Sorry. All right, I think you can hear it. Please, viewers all over the world, if you have anything to do for evangelist, please, we need your help. I will appreciate if you can be helpful on this. All right, we appreciate all the viewers all over the world for joining us this morning. Friday edition of the program. We'll be back here tomorrow for the weekend edition of City Stand. All right, if you are watching us for the first time, please subscribe on the channel. Tell your loved ones about City Stand. It's important to also share, like, and comment, especially after the live broadcast. You are free to comment your opinions in there. And if you want to make any inquiry or you want any information about the viewers or anything about the platform, I have my phone number there, 091 27 42 0575. 091 27 42 0575. Thank you so much for joining us. I appreciate all of you. Goodbye.
Hey! Hey! Hey!